Hey guys, thank you for watching. This is Breaking Burke. It is my YouTube channel about houseplants and gardening here in the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. My name is Albert, and in today's video I wanted to share with you a tip on how I save my succulents. Now, I'm not shy about the fact that I'm not great with succulents. They are a plant that is super hard for me to keep alive and looking pretty. I do have a few that I can keep going, but it's few and far between that I can keep them happy. I don't have very bright light in my home, and they tend to stretch and get ugly and leggy, and sometimes I overwater. I've gotten a lot better at that, but here in front of us I do have a succulent that I've been able to keep happy for a while. This is going on about 2 months for me. You can see it's just nesting in this pot here because it doesn't have drainage. And this is String of Turtles. When I got this, it was barely covering the top of the pot. It hadn't started to cascade down, so we are doing a decent job here. As I turn all the way around, you can see all the growth. And it is a nice full pot. When I got it, I brought it home from the store, and most things in my area, if you buy them at a local store, not a nursery, come in damaged. So it did have a bunch of little broken turtles on it. I use propagation boxes like this a lot. There is one thing that I have changed recently, and that's putting my little propagations in cups like this. What this does for me is it keeps the roots separated from everything else in the box. And since I use clear cups, I can see when the roots fill the cup or even start to head down on the bottom and circle the bottom. Once they circle the bottom, it's usually a good time to plant. So you can see little tiny strings of turtles coming off of these. And if I can get a good shot of one of these here, I can show you. It has the little stem from the leaf still. There's the leaf, there's the stem that curls down. And that's the easiest way to propagate a succulent. Now, some succulents can be cut from even less of a leaf. For me, the hardest thing on propagating succulents by leaf is just waiting for them. This has been, like I say, about 2 months. When I got it, I put these in the box and they stood there forever. Then they started to grow little roots, and as soon as it grew roots, these little string of turtles popped up. So I did put these in these cups, I'd say about a week or two ago, because I didn't want them to get tangled. That does happen before, or has, in my propagation box, so wanted to avoid that. But let me see if I have just an empty one here, or a loose one, so you can see just how it looks. And I don't know if it's really going to show up because it's pretty close color to my glove. No, it's not going to do nothing. Give me a second while I try and remove it. Actually looking for a better piece to show you. And I did find one here. You can see this one if you look closely. It does have the stem or petiole that connects the leaf to the stalk. And if you can get that when you're trying to propagate succulents, it does make it a lot easier. Some people have luck with putting their propagations just straight on soil and letting them do their thing. Like I said before, I'm not great with succulents, and that doesn't work for me, so I have tried different ways. And the person who actually requested this video is Kellie from Kellie's Hoyas, so thank you for that. The reason I do know how to try and save succulents, like I said, I've killed my fair share, probably more than my fair share, but yeah, it's pretty easy to do. The reason I love these propagation boxes is for things like this, or Hoyas that take forever, and you don't want to keep checking on the water. They're perfect. You put some moist moss in there, even around the cups. That helps with humidity and keeps it from drying out. And then once you got roots coming out, you can even see roots in that one there, coming out the bottom, then you're good to plant. Now, as far as planting goes, I just plant the whole plug with the moss intact. You might have to add soil a couple times and water it down to make sure it goes in between the plugs. What I try and do is make sure when I fill that little cup, I compact it down, and I used moist moss to begin with, so it makes a nice full plug of moss. If you leave too much air, it will prune the roots, and you can have a propagation that struggles, especially when you transition it. For transitioning, leaving the moss actually does help with retaining water, so keep that in mind and don't water too often, or you can root your propagation when you transfer to soil. What I like to do lately with my propagations is once they're done, I put them back in the box for, I'd say, about a week, and then slowly start to open the box just so it gets used to it. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.